Good evening and welcome back. In tonight's episode of Phrasal Verb News, you're going to learn the phrasal verbs make it, be stranded, take advantage of, go with the flow, happen to be, and more, while hearing about an unusual crime in Paris that actually led to a marriage proposal. This past week, a man was arrested for climbing the Eiffel Tower. Yes, he entered as a normal guest, then snuck past guards on the second floor and started climbing the outside. He actually made it all the way to the top before he was seen by the staff. After he was seen, the staff shut down all the elevators, leaving many people stranded on top of the tower for a few hours. One of the people stranded was an American man who took advantage of the situation to propose to his girlfriend. Now, he had initially planned a whole romantic date, but decided to go with the flow and propose then because he wasn't sure how long they would be stranded on the tower and was worried they might miss their dinner reservation. And by the way, she did say yes. So congratulations to the couple. Another interesting fact about this story is that this was only documented because a reporter for the AP News happened to be stranded on the tower as well. He was in the right place at the right time. Now on to the vocab. To take advantage of is to make use of a situation for one's benefit. Now this can be a positive or a negative thing. For example, if you trust someone and they betray you, you can say that person took advantage of your trust. For example, a man left the keys in his car, so the thief took advantage of the situation and stole his car. We also use it in a good way. You could say they took advantage of the beautiful weather and went for a picnic, or you could say the company took advantage of the low stock price and purchased more shares. Our next word is be stranded. Now, to be stranded means to be left in a place, usually because of a bad situation with no way to escape. For example, in the TV show Lost, everyone was stranded on a desert island after a plane crash. A few years ago, my family and I got stranded at the airport in Arizona because there was a lot of snow and all the flights were canceled. In a business context, you could say the shipment of goods is stranded at the port because the company hasn't paid the import tax. To make it means to succeed or to reach a particular destination. For example, if you go out with your friends, when you leave to go home, they'll usually say, "Please let me know when you make it home." And when you get home, usually you'll text your friend and say, "Hey, I made it." When you achieve a goal after a lot of hard work, it's very common to say, "I finally made it." You'll hear this phrase in a lot of usually hip hop and rap songs where they'll say, "We finally made it," meaning they finally achieved success. You could also use it to mean arrive in a general sense. So for example, despite the heavy traffic, I still made it to work on time. Or you could say, I told my friend that I wouldn't be able to make it to his party because I got sick. To go with the flow is a bit hard to explain, but it means to improvise, to do things in a relaxed way. So for example, when you go on vacation, some people like to plan every single detail, and some people just like to go with the flow, meaning they wake up, go to the beach, and just want to relax and go with the flow. Successful companies typically go with the flow and adapt to the changing markets and changing customer needs. We use happen to plus a verb to describe something that happens by luck or by chance. So for example, you could say, I happened to be at the grocery store at the same time as Shakira and I got her autograph. Unfortunately, this is not true. You could also say, he happened to be looking at the ground when he saw a $20 bill. We also use this a lot to ask questions, and it makes a question a little bit more polite. So you could say, do you happen to know where the museum is? If you need to borrow something, you could ask your coworker, do you happen to have a pen I could borrow? You could ask your friend, did you happen to see the game last night? Or if you want to do a little bit of gossiping, you could also say, Do you happen to know why Bill is so upset? He seems really angry today. So that's all we've got for today. Remember to subscribe. And if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments below, and I'll be happy to answer them.